The Rainbow Fairy. In a quiet glade nestled deep within the whispering woods, where sunlight always seemed to filter in at just the right angle, there lived a small but radiant being known as the Rainbow Fairy. Her name was Lyra, and unlike other fairies who each controlled a single element, like wind, water, or fire, Lyra was gifted with the colors of the sky. Lyra was not born like other fairies. One stormy evening, after a long drought had parched the forest and dimmed even the most cheerful blooms, a sudden burst of rain swept through the land. When the sun broke through the clouds at last, it cast a dazzling rainbow across the sky. From its shimmering arc, a single droplet of color fell to earth and touched the mossy ground near the silver pond. That droplet pulsed once with light, then again, and out of it sprang Lyra, delicate wings glittering with every hue known, and some unknown, to mortal eyes. She was the first and only rainbow fairy, and she carried with her the magic of joy, balance, and renewal. Lyra quickly learned that her powers worked best when there was a need. If a part of the forest had lost its color, due to sadness, neglect, or fading magic, she could restore it by dancing through the air and weaving her trails of color into the trees, rivers, and flowers. Her presence made birds sing louder, dew sparkle brighter, and even the grumpiest badger smile as he scuttled by. But Lyra's gift wasn't just about beauty, it was about harmony. Each color she used had meaning: red for courage, orange for warmth, yellow for hope, green for growth, blue for calm, indigo for wisdom, and violet for dreams. When woven together, these colors could soothe sorrow and spark laughter, even in the coldest of hearts. Despite her powers, Lyra lived simply. She slept in a blossom-lined nest atop a lilac bush, drank nectar from the honeysuckle, and played with the woodland creatures whenever she could. Her best friend was a shy squirrel named Nibbit who was forever dropping acorns and getting stuck in branches. One day, a gray mist began creeping into the forest from the far north. It swallowed the trees in a dull haze, muffled the songs of birds, and left the flowers colorless and cold. Even Lyra's light couldn't penetrate it at first. The forest began to fade, and with it, the hope of every creature that called it home. Determined, Lyra set off toward the heart of the mist, where she sensed something ancient and wounded. As she flew, the colors around her dimmed, her wings grew heavy, and even her thoughts slowed. But she pressed on, guided by the flickering flame of courage in her chest, her red magic burning the brightest. At the very center of the gloom, Lyra found a withered willow, weeping black sap and moaning with windless sorrow. It was the source of the mist. Long ago, the willow had been a tree of memories, holding the laughter, joy, and love of the forest's earliest days. But it had grown lonely over centuries. Forgotten by the newer trees, its memories fading into silence. Understanding flooded Lyra's heart. She hovered close and whispered stories into the willow's bark, tales of sunlight, dancing, music, and the kindness of squirrels who shared their acorns. As she spoke, she wove a rainbow ribbon around the tree, each color reminding the willow of a feeling it had once known. Red warmed its bark. Orange brought laughter in its branches. Yellow stirred forgotten joy. Green tickled the roots with new life. Blue brought calm and understanding. Indigo wrapped it in wise memory. And violet, sweet violet, opened the gate to dreams long buried. With a groan and a sigh, the willow shimmered, shedding the black sap like tears. Color burst from its trunk, washing the mist away in a brilliant surge. The forest breathed again. Birds sang. Flowers opened. And Lyra, exhausted but smiling, curled up in her lilac nest, knowing her magic had helped one more heart find its colors again. From that day forward, every time a rainbow arced across the sky, the creatures of the forest would pause and smile, whispering thanks to the little fairy who had painted their world with hope.